Stop, go watch Marriage is Major Surgery. It is on Tubi and YouTube. It is funny. Then come back to hear my POV, which is full of spoilers. If you have seen this comedy special, then stay and listen to my take. This man is a genius. He did a whole comedy script about marriage and his wife without putting his wife in a negative light or saying anything negative about her. And yet Marcus Wiley was honest about marriage. This is my synopsis. In the end, who was the surgery performed on? Which partner, Marcus or his wife, had to contort their life to make this marriage work? Spoiler alert. He starts off saying that he told his wife that she'll have to hold him down for 5 years, pay all the bills, which means she got to pay all the bills, and not give him any lip or talk back when she sees him doing absolutely nothing. The payoff was that after 5 years, she would never have to hold him down again. This is the start of me talking to the screen. When Marcus said his wife came home from work and saw him in the living room of their apartment hanging out with his buddy, his friend, the wife asked, "Hey, can I talk to you for a moment?" Instead of the husband stopping to see what his wife needed, it could have been anything like, "Hey, what do you want for dinner?" Or, "Is your friend staying for dinner?" Like the topic could have been anything. Instead, he ignores his wife. Then he leaves the apartment to walk his friend to the car. When he returns to the apartment, all his clothes are outside the home. Yes, I am laughing and yelling at the screen. Like, why on earth does a grown man need to walk another grown man to the car? That makes no sense. Why couldn't the husband just stop and say, "Okay, hold up, man, let me see my wife wants," and go figure out what she needs? My mind is blown at the insensitivity of this guy. His wife's reaction to his insensitivity does not put her in a negative light. Again, this comedy special is funny. It is genius how the title is a riff on Genesis chapter 2, verses 21 and 22. So fast forward now that he's made it in the industry and they're older, 20 or 30 years, the comedian finds out that women come into their sexual maturity in their 40s and 50s. The husband's response, "Look, you only get 11 minutes, and that includes everything from foreplay to cuddling." Again, I start yelling at the screen because earlier in his routine, when he was at his sexual peak in his 20s, the husband brags about them having sex all the time, anywhere and everywhere. Like his wife held him down financially and sexually. Now she's at her sexual peak and he can't even bend a little bit. He can't even say, "Oh, let me go to the doctor to see what I can do to increase my stamina. Let me go do some exercise, or let me lose my beer belly so that I can satisfy my wife's needs." My mind blown because that was not his response. Instead, his response was, "You have a sickness. It's called insatiable. I ain't going to help you. You need to get Jesus. Wife, you get 11 minutes. That was his response. And yes, I was yelling at the screen saying, "This is crazy. Your wife held you down sexually when you were in your peak and you can't even bend a little. You can't even make an effort beyond 11 minutes. I was speechless. I was so speechless. And in that moment, I was just shaking my head at the screen. Marcus D. Wiley's honest take on marriage confirms another scripture in Genesis. Genesis chapter 3, verse 16, where it says, "Your craving will be for your husband and he will dominate you." Nowhere does it say he'll satisfy you. After reading that scripture, I checked several other versions of the Bible to make sure it was correct, that I didn't read it wrong, because I used to read or gloss over that scripture and automatically insert the word satisfy. I always thought it said, "Your craving will be for your husband and he'll satisfy you, not he will rule over you." If the first part of the scripture is true, where pregnancy will be painful, then the second part of the scripture must be true also. Your husband will rule over you, dominate you, and not satisfy you. And we know there's exceptions to every rule. Some women have great pregnancies and they never feel any pain, which means some women out there have great husbands that actually satisfies their desires. Marcus' comedic routine took me on a great journey. My mind was on the lookout for what types of surgeries were performed on the husband and the wife to have a healthy marriage. After watching his comedy show, in your opinion, who was the surgery performed on, the husband or the wife? Which person had to make the accommodation? Let me know your take in the comments. This is The Fourth Wall Speaks to Marriage is Major Surgery.